I'm Neil from FindFitness.ca. This is Reza Mashkoori. He's from Ottawa, CrossFit.wordpress.com. Thanks for sitting down with me today, Reza. So today we're just going to be talking about CrossFit. So before we start though, I just want to ask Reza, so tell me a bit about yourself and your involvement in CrossFit.
A friend of mine, Adam Foreman, actually introduced me to CrossFit. You did too a little bit. You guys referred me to the website, the main site, CrossFit.com. They had some workouts posted on there, and I started giving them a shot. I had always been bodybuilding, like not competing, but that was just the way I trained. And then, I started doing, implementing CrossFit workouts into my workouts slowly. And I think it was last summer I decided to commit to CrossFit and only train CrossFit, and I haven't turned back. Joined my affiliate in November, started training there. So I've been doing CrossFit legitimately since about November. I've learned a lot there. I'm getting certified in June, my level 1. And just keep on, I plan on just growing.
All right. So obviously very passionate about CrossFit.
Yeah.
I think the first question I want to ask you is, what is CrossFit? However, if I've gone to your website, you're already laughing because I'm going to quote you right from your website, if that's all right.
It's fine.
All right? It says, I probably get asked this question at least once a day. The question has been haunting me since I started CrossFit. I honestly don't know what to tell people. CrossFit is so many things all at the same time. It's hard to break it down to a one-liner. Here are some of my favorite answers. CrossFit is the sport of fitness. Some crazy crap that'll make you throw up. Anger management, a lifestyle. Like I myself, I've heard some things about CrossFit. I've participated in the workouts before. Like you said, I think I mentioned it to you a few years ago even. And I have some friends that follow it strictly other than yourself. And what I want to do is sit down with you and ask you some questions, tell you some of my views, and maybe you can expand on some of them for me.
Absolutely.
So the first thing, years ago when I sent it to you, to me, it was just a website that offered a workout of the day. That's it. That to me, that's all CrossFit is. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's what, they have their central site, and a lot of the affiliates, will post workouts of the day.
Okay.
It's not limited to a workout per day, right? If you follow the website, you'll notice they have 2 rest days every week. If you're hardcore about CrossFit, you're not resting very often. At least I'm not. Sorry, do you want me to define what I think CrossFit is right now?
Yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
So, I think CrossFit is a lifestyle, to be honest with you. There's a lot about CrossFit and that you don't just see from the main site,
Right.
At my affiliate, using CrossFit, you have all kinds of seminars about mobility. There's 10 principles to CrossFit. I'm not going to go over all the principles, but a lot of it has to do with flexibility. So the WOD, workout of the day, call it WOD as of now on, is just one component of it. You build relationships, you meet friends. There's mobility stuff you do. There's flexibility stuff you do. You learn a lot about your body that you didn't necessarily know before. It's a community. It's a community on its own. But if we're talking about the actual work and what if I were to tell people what CrossFit is like, the exercise aspect of it, it's a short burst of energy. So most people go to a gym and they spend an hour and a half, 2 hours there doing their 3 sets of 6 or whatever. CrossFit it's a lot of work in a short period of time. I can talk about this forever. It's functionality, it's functional movements.
Okay.
It's a lot of things.
So would you say you're mainly working your anaerobic system? Would it be an aerobic system, something like a marathon, where you're just very, very slowly?
I wouldn't limit it to that. No.
No.
There's tons. We do strength work.
Okay.
We do Olympic lifts. We do flexibility. We run. We row. We do the metabolic conditioning. We do gymnastics. It's not limited to just one general area. It's a very broad area, and it's continuously growing. If you look at the main site, there will be days where I'll go on the main site and I'll see movements that I don't even know, and I'll have to look up that movement because I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay.
So it's it's a learning process. It's a never-ending learning process.
Now, I've had some people say they're too old for CrossFit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at some of these workouts and I'm like, I don't know, when can you even start? Can people be too young? Are there any age limitations to CrossFit when you can start? So any limitations?
Not really, no. Obviously, I'm not going to have a 9-month-old doing CrossFit. But like, if you follow the website, my website, I do a lot of CrossFit Kids stuff where I'm actually teaching kids. I was at a school yesterday, taught over 300 kids, starting at the age of grade 4. Not quite sure what age that puts them at. I think maybe 7 or 8. I don't know. Not sure. I should probably know this.
They're about 10.
Seeing as how I work with kids every day, but
8.
8? Okay, 8. Thanks, cameraman. Yeah, I mean, young kids are super flexible, Like, I love watching young kids do squats. Like, it's amazing to see. Like, when you give them the criteria to follow, watching them do it is awesome. Because, I get adults to come into the gym that, it's been a year and they can't get a squat down right. Even I had a hard time with it today. I was doing them today and my lumbar was curving at the bottom and I was just like, what's going on? But
for the kids, are you morally trying to get them to have the proper form? Like, you wouldn't be throwing on plates on plates.
Absolutely not. No. I don't, you know what, to be honest with you, when I do my CrossFit Kids stuff, I don't use any weight at all. I just do body weight stuff. I would do like step-ups on chairs and stuff, dips on chairs, nothing using weight at all. As for seniors, I mean, bring it on, like, as long as you're able to, we get our clients to fill out a PAR-Q form, which basically lets us know if they need to consult a physician before taking part in CrossFit. As long as they're somewhat healthy and they don't have any like chronic heart disease or like, to be honest with you, I've been following a lot of movies online, like small clips from CrossFit, and like I actually saw one clip of a guy who had cancer in CrossFit. He competed in the games, left chemo, completed a WOD, went back to chemo after that. So, I think it's all about heart.
Okay. So I've heard. Okay, like you just mentioned the CrossFit Games. I didn't bring that up yet, but I've heard of them. I don't really know what they are. I know you participated in them. I realized last weekend you were just in Montreal competing in the last week. I believe it's 6 weeks. There's events, 6 weeks, a WOD every week. Can you tell me more about the games and just tell me about your experiences participating in them? Yeah,
I mean, it was competition is a big part of CrossFit. It was my first experience competing with CrossFit, other than just going head-to-head with my friends. It was 6 weeks. Every week they released a new workout. Workouts weren't very easy. They were pretty hard. I think I finished 111th in Canada East. Very humbling experience. If you know me, I'm a pretty arrogant person, and I like to think of myself as a badass, but there's people out there that are way, way more hardcore than I am, and it was a good experience. It kind of sized me up, and I started on Monday training for 2012. My life goal is to go to the CrossFit Games, which is so what the Open was sectionals, and from there you go to the regionals. Regionals, you go to Games.
Okay, so this is pretty big. This is like
I like
nationwide.
I like to think of it as like the Olympics of CrossFit. So, it's worldwide. It's worldwide. Yeah. So,
where are the Worlds being held this year?
California.
California?
I think they're always held there. I don't know, for the last couple of years. I don't know when they started, maybe 2006, but it's a pretty new thing, so.
Yeah. So are the majority of contestants usually from North America, though? They can come from anywhere. You said it was worldwide.
Canada's got some bangers.
Okay.
I know Europe has a couple of hardcore folks out there. The States are obviously good. I don't really follow like the headlines too much. Like, I'm just, I wanna make it there, and that's what I'm trying to focus on.
So I think the impression a lot of people can get also from you talking is CrossFit's very intense work, very, very intense. My question is, some people might feel they're not capable of performing certain exercises and even alone completing the workout. What do you have to say to those people?
Well, I mean, everything is scaled down, right? In CrossFit, like, a lot of the movements are super difficult. Like, I'm currently working on ring handstand push-ups, which your average person can't do. I mean, I get one up very, slowly. Some of the movements are extremely complex, but we scale everything down for everyone, right? So, like, a lot of people have a hard time doing pull-up. What we do is we tie an elastic band to the bar, and they put it on their feet, and it kind of gives them a bit of a balance. And I mean, push-ups, a lot of people can't do push-ups, you go on your knees. So we scale everything down for people and make it, we accommodate them. So, every movement has a form of scaling.
Perfect.
So, it's not impossible for everyone. I know you have a hard time doing the handstand push-ups. If you want, later we can talk.
We can practice them later. That'll be another video for another day. But so you answered my next question. I was going to say some people can't do the specific movements, but you just said everything's scaled down. It's good. I guess. So I've also seen a lot of people doing the workouts and they're doing them solo. And I know some people do them in groups.
Yeah.
Do you suggest one over the other?
I mean, here's the thing. I train alone a lot.
Okay.
Training with people is a pleasure to me. It's a tough question, like, when I train alone, I'm kind of in my zone, and like, I've gotten used to it, so sometimes I kind of like it. But when I'm at my gym, there's some people there that I like to go head to head with. I like both, to be honest with you. I like a healthy balance of both. Sometimes you're forced to train alone,
Yeah.
I like to train at least once a day, so, a lot of the time people can't accommodate to that. So it's more fun, I would say, training with people. It's more like, I'd say, business when I'm training by myself.
Okay.
I keep a book with all my PRs, all my
PRs, sorry, some people out there might know it.
My personal records, or personal best numbers, basically a book with numbers. So, I'll do a workout, and a month later I'll go back to it, and I'll try and repeat my time. So a lot of the time it's like, it's like a mental component to it, like you're trying to kind of like beat yourself. So I have a thing too, like I really get down on myself if I do a workout, and the second time I do the workout, I don't beat my initial attempt. That to me means I'm not doing something properly, and I don't like that. Like yesterday I did, tried to hit my max deadlift, which is 385. I was going for 400, and I wasn't able to make it past 365, so I was pretty pissed off about that.